Let's focus on the first ability, which is the ability to simplify. Something that we see time and time again with clients is as the business grows, they assume that more complexity is required, right? If they don't make it harder, it won't ever get bigger. And I got a feeling that's probably the wrong next step. So walk us through this ability to simplify and how do companies simplify very complex organizational structures?
Yeah, no, I think we often tend to delude ourselves that complicated is better, and one of my foundational mantras with all of my clients is keep it simple, less is more, right? Do less better. The act of simplification is absolutely required because complexity grows exponentially as an organization grows. Imagine a company that starts with window replacements, right? They have a salesperson, one installation crew, maybe someone in purchasing, maybe someone in project management, and an owner wearing a lot of hats and keeping their eye on everything, right? Just imagine that first step. I'm going to get another salesperson, go after another town, another installation crew. You're adding 20% of headcount, and you probably doubled complexity. Right now, imagine what happens when they go, we're going to have to start making windows ourselves because that's a big cost item, and all these other companies vertically integrate. Now they're manufacturing windows. Boom, right? Complexity gets completely out of hand, right? It's inevitable. Complexity just happens. I'll give you a quick story. Imagine working in a company and a simple process used to take two people involved and it would take 20 minutes, right? Imagine that company now that's got 1,000 employees. That same thing, that's now multiple meetings. It's between silos. There are new forms to fill out. It's now a weeks-long process involving 30 people. Why? The task hasn't changed, right? The organization has become far too complex for it. So it's a matter of really asking questions, asking leaders a key job, that leadership ability to go in and just question why. Why do we do this? Why is that important? Right? Why is that required? Why, where did that come from? I love the story of Mary Barrett, the CEO of General Motors, right? She was an HR executive. And she took a 7-page dress code down to dress appropriately. Right? Could you imagine the meetings that she was in? Like, she's going to hear the horror stories of like the one person who showed up in 6-inch platforms that broke her ankle, and now their legal's involved, and facilities involved, and all of a sudden a very justified 7-page dress code.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No, dress appropriate. That's what keeping it simple looks like. That's what simplification looks like. And as you root out simplification, okay, it makes everybody's job easier. It creates efficiencies. Yep.
No, that's super helpful. So I need to throw out my 12-page sales playbook and just tell the sales team sell more, right?
I would
first
say
step.
Yes. There's a level. There's a level,
right?
Yeah. There's a level.
But I think the important thing there that I took away, Gary, was in those meetings where it's looking like we need to make it more complex, the right leader needs to be intentional about saying, how can we do this more simple? How can we still get the right outcome, but always have simplicity as something that is part of the conversation and not just let things spin out of control from a complexity standpoint.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's invisible, right? So as we grow as leaders and our scope and span increases, we're less involved in the day-to-day. We rely more and more on the people to figure it out and get it done. And we're not seeing the system. And they cannot see the system. They're not at 30,000 feet to see the impact of their decisions. And they make good decisions with the best intentions. Not seeing how it adds to the overall complexity. So yes, you have to always be mindful. Are we doing the most important things the right way? And are we wasting time on other things we shouldn't?